Harriet Beecher Stowe, the daughter of a prominent and influential congressional minister, was born in Litchfield, Connecticut. During her childhood, her father always encouraged an intellectual environment. This had a profound influence. By discussing important and controversial issues of the day, such as slavery, he was encouraging his children to be active and aware of how to make their world a better place.
She was an anti-slavery advocate.
In 1832, Harriet moved with her family to Cincinnati, Ohio, where she met and married Calvin Stowe.
She got involved in mainly causes of slavery. I mean, this was her big thing.
During her time in Cincinnati was when she first learned of the horrors of slavery. The Fugitive Slave Act of 1850 troubled Harriet deeply. This heavily influenced her to write Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Uncle Tom's Cabin was, in a way, her sermon against slavery. She was one of the most famous Americans abroad until Charles Lindbergh landed in Paris in 1927.
Uncle Tom's Cabin first appeared in serial form in the National Era, an abolitionist newspaper, in 1851. It was first published in book format in 2 volumes in 1852. The book became an instant bestseller, selling over 10,000 copies in its first week. It has been translated into over 60 languages.
She really filled 3 different roles, being the wife of a professor, being the mother of 7 children, and being an author of so many books.
Harriet Beecher Stowe was a woman that was well ahead of her time. With the support of her husband, she was able to have a career that spanned 51 years and included the publication of over 30 books, essays, and poetry, both fiction and nonfiction. Calvin Stowe's support of his wife was almost unheard of at the time, when women were not expected to have careers outside the home. When Abraham Lincoln met Beecher Stowe in 1862, he said to her, "So you're the little lady that started this great war."
She continued writing after the Civil War about everyday things. She wrote 3 fantastic books that took place in New York City. They were called Pink and White Tyranny, My Wife and I, and We and Our Neighbors.
The Stowe Center is open year-round. For more information on programs, visiting hours, and Harriet Beecher Stowe's life and works, you may log on to harrietbeecherstowecenter.org. This is Angelo Turner reporting from the Stowe Center in Hartford, and now back to you, Steve.